Welcome to Chin's Kitchen, and today we're going to be making Jamaican plantain porridge. All right, I know this is a meal that you guys will enjoy. It's like grits in the South, it's like porridge and cereal, but this one is Jamaican plantain porridge. And so the first thing that we want to make sure that we do is to wash our hands, especially in light of COVID-19. And all I'm just going to do is simply get some soap and water and make sure that my hands are properly washed. All right, we don't want to be in the kitchen and not having our hands washed. All right, okay. All right, just dry right here. Okay, so the ingredients that we'll be using today are very simple. Okay, of course, it's plantain porridge, so you need plantain. Okay, and this is vanilla plus, and of course they have different brands that you can use. All right, and natural sea salt. Okay, and we have the nutmeg, and that is like a spice in Jamaica, but I'm quite certain if you can't get it there, you can use something else. All right, and then the cinnamon powder, almond milk, and then last but not the least, sugar, and we're using brown sugar today. With, of course, with plantain is to cut it up in small pieces because I'm getting ready to put it in the blender. Okay, so now that you have cut up your plantain, I'm gonna put it in the blender. All right. Okay, getting all the pieces. All right, and mom, dad, make sure that you're helping with this process. All right, and then I'm just gonna add water to the plantain in the blender. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do, of course, is to get the power on. Okay, and then we're gonna blend. Now every machine is a little different as to where they have the numbers for the blend and etc. But we want to blend the plantain. Okay, so the plantain is blended. All right, and we're gonna put it in the pot. The plantain was being blended. All right, the water was on the fire, heating up. Okay, so this time I'm going to use a 1/4 of salt that I'm going to add to the water. This. Okay, and so I'm going to add that to the water. Okay. The blended plantain into the okay. Right. Okay, so we're going to be stirring the water as we're adding the blended plantain. We don't want to get any lump. All right, remember, we're making plantain porridge. All right, now this takes a little time, but once you understand what you're doing, it will certainly go a lot faster because a lot of things you'd have already have in place. Okay. All right, so the water and the plantain is being heated up. We've already added a pinch of salt, 1/4. That's good enough. The plantain with the water and the salt to come to a boiling point. And the plantain, is boiling, all right? And you always want to make sure that on occasion you stir so that there's no lump. Now, some people like their porridge to be thick. Some people like their porridge to be thin. If you want it to be thin, obviously you just add water to it, and that will, make it thin. Or you can let it be as it is. All right. And so what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna add some cinnamon, about half a cinnamon powder. Right. And again, as you go along, you're gonna adjust things to your likes and tastes and stuff like that. A lot of things are not really etched in stone, so you can make your adjustment. And mom and dad, make sure that you guys are assisting, especially with things that are hot. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Add a half a cinnamon powder. Okay. And then I'm going to stir. All right. Stir the powder into the content of water and plantain. All right. All right. Okay. And I'm telling you, I can assure you it smells very, very good. All right. Get that palate going. All right. So not only does it taste good, but it also smells good as well. Okay. And so we, again, as the porridge is being boiled, all right, just want to make sure that we stir it, and we're going to wait until it boils. Okay. All right, so at this point, the porridge is boiling real good. Smells good. So at this time, we're going to add, and it's all depend on your choice, but we're going to use almond milk, excellent source of calcium, parents and students. Okay. All right. So I'm going to add 1/2 almond milk. All right. I'm going to pour it. And then I'm going to have the vanilla, tablespoon of vanilla. Teaspoon. Sorry, teaspoon. Erase table and put teaspoon. All right. Okay. Smells real good. All right. And the sugar mix. Okay. So always keep mixing because you want all the ingredients to really assimilate into your food, your porridge. And I can tell you this, it smells wonderful. All right. All right. And you also can add more milk if you so desire. Because remember, as we have talked about, just like when you add the water, some people like it thick, some people like it thin. And so you can use your judgment where that is concerned. Okay. Also, we're going to add sugar to our taste. All right. And so we have, right, so I'm just going to add maybe 3, all right, of this spoon here of sugar, and of course we're using brown sugar. Okay, and then we're going to keep stirring. Just put the sugar. And basically this is the last of the ingredients for the Jamaican porridge. And you know, you have the Jamaican porridge, and I'm telling you right now, it's pretty filling. Pretty filling. I mean, it can take you a long ways during the course of the day. You know, plus you're getting your fiber, all right, and added stuff like the calcium, as we have talked about from the almond milk. All right, so it's a pretty healthy meal. All right, and so what we're going to do at this time is just to let it simmer down. All right. Okay, as you recall, we did mention one of the ingredients, nutmeg. This is a Jamaican spice, and of course it's optional because I know a lot of times in the States this is very hard to find. You have to maybe go into the city like the Bronx or Brooklyn. All right, so again, this is optional. All right, and just gonna grater. I'm not gonna use a grater. You got to be very careful. So you know, if this is going to be used, mom or dad, you want to make sure that you're the one doing this part. All right. Okay. And then don't forget to stir. All right. So. Okay. All right. So again, and I'm going to show you what the finished product looks like. We have the final product of the Jamaican plantain porridge. All right, and you know, as you recall, all ingredients, the plantain, obviously, because it's plantain porridge. We had the salt, we had the vanilla, we had the sugar, the milk, and of course, you know, the water. And as you can see the texture. All right, and this is a thick one, but of course you can make it to your liking, thin or thick. And of course, you can eat this as a complete meal. You can add stuff to it, maybe strawberry, raisin, any kind of toppings, just like you're making a pizza, which we made the other day. And so you can add, you know, whatever you like to this. Plus, you can also have side stuff like maybe bread and even fruits you can add to this. All right, so again, welcome to Chin's Kitchen, and you've been treated to a Jamaican plantain porridge. Thank you. Adios, adios.